So next is induction, training, and employee remuneration. So after being hired, no, as mentioned kanina, no, our employees are inducted. So they are oriented on what is the culture of the organization, no, the structure, the people inside the organization, the mga rules and regulations, no? So, dapat si new employee are familiar with all those mga things related to the organization. He or she must feel comfortable to the new environment. So, since he is adjusting, no? So, we orient them, we induct them. And then, on the other hand, training process are the series of activity to enhance the KSA of an employee related to the job, knowledge, skills, and abilities. So with the help of training method, this would lead to new employees' quality performance. So we have here the reason why training is very important to the organization. We consider training class as an investment, no? Because we invest in our employees because we believe that our employee will be able to give his full potential, no? So that in return, we will achieve our organizational goal. So number one, improves morale of employees. So, when employees are trained, no, they feel that they are important, no, so that improves their morale, and then they will get satisfaction, no, from the job. With employee getting satisfied, their morale increases, and greater morale leads to organizational success. Next is less supervision because when employees are trained, there's no need to instruct them all the time, no, or supervise them. Next is fewer accidents. So there are trainings class, no, that requires that na ay mga simulation of activities, no, of machineries, for example, materials, na. So, para dili magkaroon ng mga malfunctions sa mga equipments, no? That is why we train our employees. Fewer accidents. Okay? So, they will be able to commit less mistakes. And then, chances of promotion. So, na ganito yung ginatawag class nga kanang management training, so that we train our employees so that they'll be able to become um, ready for a future position, promotion. Then, increase in productivity. When employees are trained, they are more efficient and productive, thus increases organizational success. Okay, so next is we have these methods of training, or the ways, no, examples of methods of training used by different organization. Okay, number one na ay on-the-job training. So sa on-the-job training class is you are being trained while you are performing already the work. Nag-perform na ka sa work, pero training pa lang, ana. So, you are instructed, no, na mag-ano sa imuhan, no, with the supervision of a trainer, no, to teach you how to do the job. So, this is considered a simple and cost-effective method of training. Kaya naa naman ang employee, no, si trainer, imuha mang employee. And then, while nag-learn ka, na naka sa actual work. So, trainees or employees are trained in the actual workplace. So, examples are rotation, coaching, temporary promotion, and so on. We also employ rather on-the-job training or associate on-the-job training to our curriculum, no, sa mga institution. We send our students to different organizations, no, so that they will be able to observe the nature of the work of their of their job, no. And then off-the-job training. So this is a method of training which is given away from the actual workplace. So layo ka from the workplace. Example are conferences, workshops, seminars, no? So these are costly because this is an organized activity, no? So naa diri mga speakers, trainers, no, from outside of the organization or mga experts, no, who speak during mga workshops. So off-the-job training is also called vestibule training. We also have here the concept of leading. So this is the fourth management function. So leading class is also called directing on other nga mga books, no, or management nga mga management books. Okay. So the following, no, are the management theories, no, that we use now and the basis for our leadership nowadays. So again, the following are the leadership theory now used the basis no used nowadays sa atong mga managers, our leaders. So the first one is the great man theory. In this concept class, no, it is said that leaders are destined. So it is common, no, during the mid-19th century. So that is why we have this what we call mga royal bloods, no? They are the ones who rule the kingdom or the place because royal blood man sila. Ana. So they are really destined to lead. So maina na ang concept ba. That is what we call great man theory. Despite of no specific certainty that only men get the human characteristic of becoming a great leader, this theory assumes that leadership traits are intrinsic. It is also believed class that only man, no, lalaki lang ang pwede maging leader, which is not not applicable because ang great man theory manggod class is only basing on assuming leadership traits sa isa ka person, no? Number 2 is trait theory. So in this concept of leadership class is based on the perspective, no, of an individual. So it focuses on the leader's personal attributes. Like personality, physical characteristics, values, and competencies. So, in this theory, that individual attribute results to pattern of behavior that are consistent across circumstances. So, trait. Next is behavioral theories. So, this is somehow different, no, sa the two nga nauna, no. So, behavioral theory offered a new perspective, and that is focusing on the behavior of the leader. So, opposed to the physical, mental, or social characteristics of that person. So, with the help of psychometrics, no, notably the factor analysis, researchers were able to measure the cause and effect relationship of scientific human behavior from leaders. Next is contingency theory. So in this kind of leadership theory class, the concept is that there is no single way of leading and every leadership style should be altered depending on the situation. So those are our leadership theories, no? And then the next one are the leadership styles, no? So number 1, we have laissez-faire. So this kind of leadership style class, no, lacks supervision. So Sani, and fails to provide regular feedback to those under his supervision. So most of the time, this kind of leader depends on the subordinates to make their own decision. Kumbaga, murag ako si leader, pabayan lang ta mo. Sige, kamo na bahala diya. Naamoy activity, mayon lang ka. Oh, kamo na bahala. Diri ra ko, ana. Ina lang ko, okay na, ana God. So, there is no supervision, no, and walay regular feedback, and that would cause the his subordinates ng mga employees niya to lead or to head to different direction. They're supposed to be manggod class na leader must unite everyone, no, and one direction lang ta, char, ano na, banda na. Dili, I mean, um, ang ato ang focus in one specific goal, no, so ang mahitabo magod sa laissez faire class is that employees or his subordinates, no, na ano sila, padulong sila, lala silang mga direction, no, because it lacks leadership. So next is autocratic leadership. So this is somehow very common, no, nga ginagamit nga leadership, no, for example, si Ferdinand Marcos, si President Ferdinand Marcos, autocratic ang iyang leadership before, due to martial law. Si, sa tawag ani, Adolf Hitler, so mga autocratic leadership na sila class. They use kanang mga being firm nila, wise, no, force, no, in leadership. So, due to that, na sila yung mga allegiance and total respect from its employees. So, this kind of leadership class, wala sila nagapaminaw sa ilahang subordinates, no? This kind of leader does not consult others' views or inputs. Instead, he decides for the organization. So, no one dares to challenge an autocratic leader since the leader has total authority and imposes their will. Next is participative leadership. So this is ginaano sa Philippines, no, Philippine government, democratic leadership. So when we say participative democratic leadership, no, open ang mga inputs, no, to and mga ideas. The subordinates are encouraged to participate in the decision making, the planning, organizing, ganon. So participative leadership boost employee morale. Bakit? Because the employees feel that they are part of the organization talaga. Next is transactional. So transactional leadership imposes punishment or rewards. So depending on the situation. So si transactional leadership, if your employee commits something wrong na mga non-conformities, mistakes, i-punish nimo siya, suspension, warning, payroll deduction, no? And on the other hand, if naa siya yung mga if he exceeds his regular performance, no? So naa kay reward, datagan nimo siyang reward incentives, no? Recognition, ganon. So both team members and the managers determine goals together, and employees are expected to follow the leadership of the manager to achieve the goal. So managers has the authority to correct and train. Last leadership style is transformational. So this style of leadership class depends on high levels of communication. Though high visibility and communication, the manager can increase employee productivity and motivates them. So transformational leadership delegates smaller, broken down tasks to the team. So that ends unit learning outcome B. We have here our references and then assignment. Again, let's check, let's analyze in a nutshell. Then, thank you. So if you have any questions, the question will be entertained after this video.